when talkies were invented. Thank you for this prestigious award. I'd like to thank my family, my friends, and the Oscars for being invented on the 11th of May 1927 and first held on the 16th of May 1929. Best Actor went to Emil Jannings and Best Actress went to Janet Gaynor. Wow, I can talk! This is amazing! Actually, it wasn't as amazing as you think, because lots of changes had to happen for the transitions to talkies. For example, movie theatres were looked to be rebuilt to support the new format, tens of thousands of musicians who provided soundtracks lost their jobs, and many actors had to learn to speak in front of camera. Harder than you think. But now you could be more expressive and have more options for storyline, and talking in front of camera is a very useful thing we use all the time nowadays. Oh, Toto, I don't think we're in black and white anymore. That's because we're not, for in 1935 colour was invented. But despite what people think, The Wizard of Oz wasn't actually the first film in colour. In fact, 190 films before it experimented with colour. They did this by giving the frame a blue tint if it was daytime or a purple tint if it was nighttime. Or they would go through every frame and colour them in. But nowadays it's all done digitally.
The first full-length animated feature film was Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs by Disney in 1937, which is actually quite an achievement considering animations before this were only a few minutes long. Wah!
Oh, don't worry, she's fine. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs took 3 years to make, with over 1,000 people working on it. It had 120,000 frames at a rate of 24 frames per second. Just for context, the animation you just saw had 90 frames at a rate of 7 frames per second. Thanks, Animated Harriet.
Anytime. Do, 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 do.
You there? Yes, you. We need your help to act in our latest wartime movies. No, not help in the war. Make movies. Together, we can make propaganda and boost people's morales in films such as Manhunt, Casablanca, and The Purple Heart. Or, you could just work in the factories like everyone else, making arms for our soldiers. Bang! And the Germans are gone. Now back to your regularly scheduled programme. Wow, look at this amazing new quality. Don't say the difference. Shut up, we're trying to promote better quality so people will come back and see our films. Why? Because, child, now people can just watch the TV and don't have to come to cinemas anymore. Also, in 1953, we got 3D. Oh, now I feel sick. Not much really happened for film in the 60s. I mean, the first James Bond film came out. But I will recreate one of the most famous scenes in film history. I give you the shower scene from Psycho. The 70s saw the rise of a younger generation of filmmakers and an increase in marketing budget for big blockbuster movies. For example, Steven Spielberg's first film came out in 1974 and Jaws came out in 1975. Also, a guy called George Lucas directed a small film called A New Hope. You may have heard of it. No? Does this ring a bell? Also, film became less restrictive for what you could show, and there was a lot of controversy about violence in cinema. The 70s also saw the rise of Bollywood, but I won't recreate that because I'll just end up butchering the whole thing. Like you haven't butchered everything else so far. Oh, hi, welcome to Blockbuster, where you can rent films to view at home. Would you like to view Tron, the first major film to use computer-generated imagery? You would? Okay, would you like that in Betamax or VHS? Betamax, good choice, clearly the stronger format. It will be the future. Maybe you'd like to view one of the big action movies of the decade. I hear Spielberg and Lucas are doing well in that space, defining the genre of blockbuster. Here's the new trailer for Indiana Jones Raiders of the Lost Ark. Oh, is action not your thing? Okay, how about one of those cute British films? I hear they're earning a lot of awards. The Chariots of Gandhi or something. Oh, hi Kate, want to watch this DVD of 4 Weddings and a Funeral I got? But Leo, what's the DVD? It's a digital video disc that plays movies such as Pulp Fiction, Aladdin, and Titanic. That sounds like a terrible film. Everyone knows what happens to the ship, and yet they watch it anyway. How about Toy Story, the first feature-length computer animated film? What's a computer animated film, Kate? It's basically an animated film, but not hand-drawn, like The Lion King. Howard, The Lion King has a great soundtrack. Can you feel the sea tonight? If I say the words, I'll get copyright. Wow, all that singing's made me thirsty. Can I have a drink? Of course, Leo. Would you like ice with that? So how did Hollywood cinema change over the 20th century? Well, we went from no colour and talking to animation to special effects and even renting films for your home. Needless to say, the film runtime has got a lot longer. Basically, we've come a long way from Thomas Edison and his kinetograph. Nowadays, you can even make movies at home. Exhibit A. With all new wizards and superheroes. But you'll have to wait for the sequel for that. So, Harriet, did you fix the typo in the end credits?